I'm live. Okay, I'm gonna wait for some people to hop on here. I made my announcements that I am coming live for this podcast. So welcome, welcome. Today I got the comments on because I know what I did last time. I'm sitting here at my nail desk, and today we're gonna get into some topics. I feel like doing my nails over. Um, trying my best to give them a break, y'all. It's been a week. It's been a long week. Still got the purple things on. Y'all can see that. They look good. They look real good. I feel like I could have filed this thumb in more, a little more. Like I like how this one is like snatched. I chipped it a little bit because I've been using my nails as tools. They're jewels, not tools. I'm gonna get some lip gloss on here. And if nobody hops on in the next few minutes, probably sooner than that, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Y'all can catch it on the replay, you know, for those of y'all that want to catch the late bus. A little mirror. My lips get so dry when I talk. I got my tea. Tea helps me to relax, and I've been working on stress management. And stress is the silent but deadly killer. But stress can also be because of positive things, because you're anticipating a change, or and I'm not getting started. This is just me talking, giving people the ability and the time to realize that I'm actually live now. I'm actually 7 minutes early, so it's 9 minutes early. Um, but yeah, I need more lighting, so I'm gonna fix this light. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this light. I don't know if it'll reach all the way over here. Let's see. Get the bomb lighting. Like Lizzo. Uh-oh. Come around. You can do it. There's nothing like a person that don't support you, but you support them. Oh, that irks my spirit. Um, but hey, God is good. And we must always remember that God got this. He's in your corner. Okay, not. There we go. Now, got some more light. Ooh, look at that. She's glowing. Okay. Might be a little too bright. Adjust my chair. I'm gonna check to see if y'all can hear me. I know y'all can. I got my microphone right here. Mic check 1 2 1 2. But yeah, got my microphone. I'm glowing today, y'all. Y'all see that? I'm repping my place where I live. Oh, I pulled the thing out. It's okay. Oh, that's because this drawer is out. Let me close this drawer. Repping my home. That's because this cord isn't long either. So I'm gonna go in here and check my sound before we get into the topics. This is the Nail Podcast. So it's not just about nails, but it's mainly about nails. We talk about business and we talk about whatever I feel like talking about, or whatever you guys um, email me or comment or suggest. So your suggestions are welcome. Okay, light. All right, so I'm going to check my sound and then we're going to just get right into it because it's better to be early than to be late, right? Right. Oh, my picture turned out sideways. I'm good with the sound thing. Okay. So we got our sound. We turned up. Today we're going to get into you gotta support your dreams. Okay. That is the main topic. And then we got another topic that we're going to get into. Let me see my notes here. Then we're going to get into some nail tips and tricks for those of you that are wanting those. I get asked all the time, how do I do certain things? Or, people that are maybe new or just, want to try something new and they don't quite know how to, do a certain look. So first things first, let's get into you gotta support your dreams. I feel like at every cost, if you are really passionate about your business, we're just going to use a business. You're going to do everything in your power to ensure that that business doesn't sink. So, with that being said, you got to support your dream. Sometimes, and you might be like, what does that mean, Mary? Well, sometimes you have to not give up, but cut the time in half, get a regular 9 to 5 again. I've been out of the workforce for 2 years, and I'm dreading going back, but I'm going back. She's going back. That's the bomb. Drop some bombs in the comments. Boom, boom. That's the bomb. I will be doing nails part-time. Not giving up, not quitting, but to ensure that I keep that right there, my license. It's been that slow for me. I appreciate those of you that come to me, but it's been so slow that all the monies that I make, I've just been pouring it back into my business, right? And this is things that people don't like to get on here and talk about because they want to paint the facade that they're just, out the gate booming, and they want to, appeal, right? And I want to appeal too, but transparency appeals, honesty appeals. And I haven't even been doing it, May, June, July, August, September, not even 6 months. So I don't think that my business will take a hit by me realizing that I have more free time than I do people nails. So, and a lot of businesses go through this. I know restaurants that are only open certain hours because maybe during those hours that they're closed, people weren't coming to them. It's actually a smart business move to, if your business isn't bringing you income, even a banker or a financial advisor will tell you this. It is wise to go and get your, financial support stability from somewhere else while your business is still, the time that you have your business, it's gaining, it should be gaining, it's like a person. So you have to build credit for your business. You can't just start a business and go get a loan. And I heard a lot of talks last year about people getting those PPP loans, and they were like starting businesses and stuff like that. And that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother time. If you want to talk about that, comment below. I appreciate those of you that clicked on here but couldn't stay. But just make sure you come back. But it kind of is like bittersweet because I'm in like this cocoon until I have a client that comes to me. I probably get like a few clients a week. Some weeks are better than others. It's just real unstable right now. And as I'm building my clientele, so I have a lot of free time, so I can juggle it. I can still, don't worry, you guys. I'm not gonna neglect y'all, YouTube family. My Naillistas on here. I'm not gonna neglect y'all, but I do want to make sure that my business that I worked so hard for doesn't go asunder. So I am going to go to work to support my dream. And that is one thing that you have to do in order, to ensure that your dreams don't fail. I know there's some people out there that are so prideful that they're like, I don't want to, let me put it back on me. They're like, I don't want to go to work. I don't want, I want my business. But yeah, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's like, musicians, for example. I'm just thinking of different things where I either knew someone or I tried it myself. But musicians, like while they're trying to get their music pushed, yeah, they're going in the studio. Yeah, they're, but a lot of them be working, like even celebrities today, they'll tell you, I was just nobody going to you know, audition to be an actor and actress, and I was serving tables at Hooters, or you have to support your dream, because the reality of it is you never know. You never know um how society or whatever demographic that you're focusing on is going to react to you coming out the gate. And people are stubborn. People might think your work is great, or whatever it is, whatever service or good that you're providing is great, but they're not going to come to you. And I learned this just from experience. They're not going to come to you until they see other people doing it. Like if I had numbers in this corner or whatever, there'd be more people like, I wonder what she's talking about, because there's people on there. And because there's not, I get a lot of my views after the fact. I get a lot of my clicks and stuff after the fact. And I'm okay with that, because it does take time to build this. And I know that when I had momentum on my channel and I had hundreds of subscribers, I stopped completely. I didn't look at it. It wasn't a passion for me to come on here. So I didn't let the numbers consume me. But now I have to work my way back up. So that's perfectly fine. I don't feel ashamed or embarrassed or, discouraged by that at all, because I know that there's people watching these videos, or at least clicking on them. And I know that the more I get on here, the more the algorithm of YouTube will push my stuff. So let's get that disclaimer out of here. I don't need nobody hopping on here talking about, you ain't got nobody on here. They come later. Okay. People like to ride the late bus. That's fine. But those of you that do comment and let me know, different topics or some things to talk about, I appreciate it. Now, in the last podcast, we kind of discussed talking about having some guest people on here. I do want to have a tax preparer on here. I do know one, kind of because people don't talk about that part of the business. People don't talk about paying your taxes and how to legitimately handle your business. The people that I've asked, just kind of matter of factly, friends or associates or whoever, they kind of just give you like some run of the mill pseudo advice that ain't even correct. I don't want to do that. So I'm working on getting a tax person, and actually she specializes in helping people with small businesses. She's a client of mine, and she's working on a few things for me right now, because Mary don't play about Nailspiration. I'm crazy about my business, and I'm going to make sure that I got all corners tied, zipped, and everything. So if there are some like tax questions or some questions that you would want me to ask her, feel free to comment them under any of my videos. I'll get them. And yeah, when she comes on here, if she comes on here, I haven't asked her yet. I haven't got the gall to ask her. But when I do, and she's very, very knowledgeable, she's been doing this for a long time. When I do, she'll be more than happy to share the information with us, because I'm learning. I'm like, how are you supposed to pay taxes? I don't even know this. I got into this and didn't even know. And I'm sure there's a lot of us that don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of us that don't know how to pay our business taxes. It's different. When you pay state, federal, Medicare tax, your job takes it out, right? Well, it's different when you are a business owner and when you are a sole owner, or when you have employees under you that's on payroll. So people that was telling me to do payroll and stuff like that, to pay myself, but I don't pay anybody else. So it's a little different. That's the part you didn't tell me. So I had talked to her. She came in for an appointment recently, and we had a good conversation. And she actually looked over some of my business paperwork. So that is another way that you support your dream. Like, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to offend anybody, but this is just me. I don't take nobody serious that don't take their business serious. I just, even before I became a business owner, I'm like, you doing what? Oh, and I get to asking questions. Are you licensed? How many years of expertise do you have? That's why I didn't go get my hair braided, because at this point in the game, I want a professional touching my head. I don't want nobody that just learned how to braid and they got your hair all tangled. So I'm very meticulous, you can say. And I'm very particular about my things. And I expect my clientele, the demographic that I'm reaching, I want those meticulous people to come to me. I want those people that are like, I want it this way. I want, because I'm the same way. And my work reflects that, I want you to have what you want, because I'm going to do what you tell me to do. Okay. So that is another way of making sure you are supporting your dreams. Kind of doing this off the dome. You're going to do all that you can. Okay. It's going to get hard. You're going to have hard times. Not to be negative, it's just to be realistic. Because here we are, creative people. We have these dreams and aspirations of just, I'm going to have a group of subscribers. I'm going to have a bunch of clients. I'm going to have a whole bunch of album sales, or whatever it is that you're doing, whatever business it is. You think that business is just going to come. And I'm here to shed light on the realism of that doesn't always happen. I had went to an older relative of mine that has been doing hair for a long time. And when I went to school last year and I for real start taking myself serious about nails, and I asked her for, just give me your best advice for this industry of cosmetology. And she told me, there's going to be those slow times, Mary. Make sure you are supported. Make sure, basically get you a job still until you grow your clientele. And I've been blessed enough up until this far to not have to. I've been talking about it for a long time. I even did go work at a salon. I don't want to work at a salon. If I'm going to go to work, I don't want it to be I do want it to be about nails because I love nails that much. But when you're in somebody else's salon, and I already run a salon, I already manage myself, there's a potential for conflict, like especially if somebody ain't doing stuff according to state regulations. Just saying. So at this point, I'll go work at Burger King if the price is right. I just need to be able to support my dream. So you're going to do all that you can. You're not going to, pride, stubbornly, and all that stuff is going to take a back seat because, as we're, nearing the end of the year, there's things and deadlines I got to meet. And I'm like, yeah, this is getting serious. We're almost into October. We're approaching the last couple of weeks of September, or we're in the last couple of weeks of September. And if you know about tax deadlines and things like that, then you know that there's deadlines and due dates for things. So another thing is, you can't expect someone else to support your dream. Go into it with zero expectancy. That way, when you do get support, you're more apt to appreciate the ones that have supported you or will support you. And what I mean by that is, like, just don't get mad at your family because they're not coming to you and they're not buying all your stuff, or they're not subscribing, or whatever it is you're doing. That's okay. You got into this because it's your passion, it's your dream, it's your desire. Reach those that need you. That's where marketing comes in. You market and appeal to those. You got to know your demographic first in order to market properly. Market and appeal to the demographic of the people that you're trying to reach. Your family, just because you like to do nails, I'm using that as an example, doesn't mean that they're going to want to come get their nails done. My immediate family, I have done none of their nails. And I'm okay with that. At first I was upset, but as time went on, I realized, okay, just because I like nails doesn't mean my sisters want their nails done. Just because I do men's feet doesn't mean my brothers are going to come get their feet done. Like, I went into it the correct way, but it still hurt. I went into it with zero expectancy of my family. Now, if you come from a very supportive, loving family, and not saying that my family ain't supportive and loving, but whatever, but that's not the topic we're going to talk about. But there are people who family oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Mary. My family support me. You are blessed, and count your blessings, because not every person that is successful believe or have family members and support because they're just family, you know? So that you just got to work harder. That's all that is. You just got to work harder. And that's what y'all see right here on this podcast, me working my buns off. Like, I could be putting in job applications somewhere, which I did this morning. But, I could be doing something else, and I'm still putting into my business, and I'm still planting those seeds. This robe has gotten warm, so I'm going to take it off. Y'all want to see my guns. Those are old muscles. They're not toned. But yeah, so you're going to do everything that you can to ensure. And that's another way, going back to podcast number 2, that's another way that you know that this is your passion, because you're going to be like, no, not my business. The people need this. The people, I feel like with my business being an example, the people need an attentive, God-fearing, positive, talented, professional, devoted nail tech. And that's me. That's where the people need that. And that's how I try to market. I make it so easy for people to book with me. I'm one of the few nail techs here in my city that do it out of my house, but I do not require a deposit. If you need to cancel, all I ask is that you hit me up, text me, call me, and say, I can't make my appointment. Because our time in the cosmetology field is our money, literally. So that appointment that you just did a no call, no show for, I could have been doing somebody else's nails, right? So it's a lot that goes into this. Like, I've learned how to work a camera. I've learned how to edit videos. I self-taught myself. I didn't want to put the time and effort into finding somebody, because I felt like the time that I spent looking for someone that edit videos and make it all fancy and stuff, I could be putting that time into just learning it myself. That way I'm not on somebody else's schedule. If I need a video edited, I know that I am going to make sure that video is edited and produced. Now, I will say this. I know that I uploaded the same video twice. That was an accident. I thought it was a different video. So I'm going to take the latest one down if I haven't already. And I am going to upload some new footage for y'all. However, it's Tuesday and I'm here and I'm doing this podcast by myself and I'm trying. I've offered, let's just be honest here. I've offered for a couple different people to hop on this podcast with me, people that do hair, people that do makeup, people that, no one wanted to come on here, and it's no mark against me. It's just, people are busy with their other things, or they just simply don't believe in me. And that's their prerogative. Like, they don't have to. But when the shoe is on the other foot, they can't expect me to do anything, because it's going to come. It always does. So, and who knows, sometimes I just be like, you know what? Hey, I've helped people with their platforms and whatnot. And I've done things for people. And, I've given leads on opportunities and things like that for people. I've done a lot to help people. And right now, how I'm feeling, I'm kind of feeling like, damn, I keep running into people that take, but don't nobody really give. Don't nobody hardly ever do this. They hardly ever pour into the cup and pot of Mary. So I'm at the point right now, me and Nailspiration, my business and my personal self, I'm working on being tenacious and not giving up. I'm working on doing all that I can to ensure that I'm supporting my dream. I can't sit and stop at every person that don't do something that I want them to do. I just don't waste my time with them, period. I move on, I go on, and I create, and I just make things happen. I make ish happen. Okay. And God has been very good to me these months that I've been open for business. I started my LLC back in May. I've been doing nails since last year. And there's been ups and downs, just like any relationship. I look at me and Nailspiration like a relationship, that's an entity that's separate from your separate person. It's a limited liability company. So, if somebody wants to, Lord forbid, sue Nailspiration, they sue Nailspiration. If somebody is, say I accidentally cut somebody's finger off because of my negligence, which will never happen, but just an example, if I was doing your nails during my business hours and you were at my place of business, you would go after the business, not the person, Mary Moore. So that's why I wanted to separate that, because, and on the flip side to that, if somebody want to come after Mary Moore, they're not going to touch my business, so that's why you want to do those things, because, if you're out here, say you're I don't know, some kind of worker, you got a license to do stuff and you're just doing it as yourself, you're not under an umbrella of a business, you're kind of not protected, because then they could come after you, the person. All I keep thinking about is my deceased brother. He was doing HVAC and cooling, and he was going to start his own business, but he was still taking, doing jobs. People would call him to do jobs. Well, Lord forbid if something would have happened, it didn't, because he's passed on to glory now. But if something would have happened where, say he fixed somebody's heating system, but then when they turned it on, they got electrocuted, they would go after him, because he wasn't, at the time of the service, he wasn't protected under a company. So that's the main important reason. And these are the things that people do not talk about when they talk about business. They want to talk about the glam and the glitz. Oh, it's a lot of hard work. They say a lot of things that are like cliche, like you hear it all the time, but like, what does that mean? Delve deeper into it. No, I don't have a PR person, because I want to be transparent. And I know that there's an audience out there that I have yet to reach. But if I keep doing these podcasts, and I'm reaching people, I got a couple comments, and I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for saying, oh, I love your makeup, or I love what you're doing. Keep going. Thank y'all so much. That really do mean a lot to me, because I don't have backing. I don't have the money to buy subscribers and, push the machine for me. I'm doing this holistically, and I'm doing this nuno uno by myself. When I'm recording, when y'all see those videos, it's me doing the editing. It's me adjusting the camera. And let me tell y'all something. It's hard to adjust the camera if you don't have one of those desktop cameras and you're doing nails. It's hard to adjust the camera and focus the camera to where you need it to be. Before I got this camera that I got, it's a Sony camera. Before I even got that camera, I never messed with the camera a day of my life. So I had to teach myself a camera. I had to teach myself how to edit videos. I had to teach myself, I had to go, I'm not saying me. I mean, I went and I watched other people on YouTube. Thank God for YouTube. I watched other podcasts, and, I watch everything that they do and how things that make them successful. So my success is coming because I do a lot of studying, I do a lot of praying, and I do a lot of trial and error myself. Life equals risk. You cannot sit around, hope and pray, or him and haw, and hope that the right opportunity fall in your lap. You have to go out there and get it. So me coming on here, even though there's nobody on here, and I have no problem saying that for y'all that's watching late, I have no problem saying that nobody's on here watching, but I know it's going to come. I'm not going to let that stop me, because I'm going to ensure that everything that I do, I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to give it my all. It's kind of like when you have a baby, for a lot of us, we were catapulted into parenthood, right? If you're a good parent, if you're a good mom, a good dad, you're going to do everything to ensure that that child has what it needs, that it's in the best environments, best schools, XYZ. It's the same way. And I'm a mom, and that's me explaining me. But I also feel that way about Nailspiration. So, and here I am trying to share the wealth and share the knowledge that I've accumulated in my experience. And I pray that this is helping somebody. I really do. I pray that this is helping somebody. This is only my third time coming on here and doing this nail podcast, but it's many more to come. And the guests will come, the backdrops, the whole setup, the whole zhuzh is going to come, but I'm not going to let that stop me because I don't have, a studio, or I don't I just haven't fixed it up, but that is going to come. That is going to come. And I'm saying this, and I'm using myself as an example to help somebody out there that may be like, I'm not going to get on live and do nail videos because I'm going to look stupid. or people that are just hard on themselves and doubting themselves. No, you do that. You know how many videos I go in here and watch, and it's just a person in a camera, and they don't even have the nice effects, or they don't even have the best camera. I appreciate them getting on here and sharing. I actually like those videos more than I like all the production stuff, the produced stuff. Back in the day, everybody used to do cell phone YouTube videos, and I was one of them. Back in 2014, it was cell phone YouTube videos, okay? Back when YouTube used to let us go live on our cell phones, I did. So just do all that you can, all right, to ensure that your business don't go asunder. Do a checklist. Do a Google search. What are some things to stop your business from being a flop? And go through and write down some of those things. Like I have a notebook for my business, things that I want for my business, visions and goals and things like that. And I write those things down. And I did it in my personal life. And a lot of those things that I've written down have come to pass. I might need to go visit the notebook again because your girl going through some things. Okay. I make it look easy, but I'm going through some things. And I have no problem saying that. But now let's get into the latter half of this podcast, and we're going to talk about nail tips and tricks because somebody asked me what are some of my nail tips and tricks. Woo, I'm trying to think. Let's break this down. Acrylic. So when you're applying acrylic, because that was so broad, there's so many different tricks and hacks you can do. When you're applying acrylic, place the bead. You want a medium bead to where it's still kind of runny, but not just you're chasing down the nail. Not chase the bead, but place the bead 1/16 of an inch away from your cuticle and leave it alone. Let it run, kind of, shape it to your cuticle, but then let it run. That's one of my tricks. When applying hard gel, I tend to do a slip layer where you do one layer first, a real thin layer. Don't cure that. Go back over it, then layer a bulb, and you move. This is my gel brush. You take that gel and you just kind of side to side it. Okay? They'll teach you this in school too, if you go to a good nail school. A lot of people, let's get into this because a lot of channels be pushing. I'm not sponsored. Not that I don't want to be. I do eventually. Once I get the following up, I will be. But a lot of people on their channels push products or they give product reviews. When I give product reviews, it's not because somebody paid me to do it. It's because I use this product and I like it that much that I'm going to let people know. Like Beatles, for example. Shout out to Beatles. A lot of people make it seem as if you have to use this product in order for, because they're sponsored and they're getting paid to say that, or they're getting some kind of perk or reward for saying that. A lot of the time you don't have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. Things have multiple purpose. Something as simple as isopropyl alcohol. Okay. You can use it as a slip solution. You can use it as a way to remove the inhibition layer from nails. Like once you've cured gel and you need to get that tacky, sticky feeling off, just take a little bit of rubbing alcohol and wipe the nail. Rubbing alcohol has multiple uses or purposes. I use rubbing alcohol to clean my gel brushes after I've used them. This brush is soft, keeps the bristles moisturized. I'm trying to think. So a lot of things have multiple purpose. Like a lot of people go and buy that reflective gel. I got this off of Amazon. It's called Hummus. This cat eye poly gel is reflective. I'm not going to buy reflective gel polish. That's where it looks like it's glitter all in it and the light hits it and it gives this illuminating effect. There's glitter polishes that do that already. So why do I need to go and buy? I know a lot of people like seeing what's out there too. So no diss. This ain't no diss to people that push products and stuff on their thing. It's just that I myself fell into the trap when I first started getting my stuff together. buying all this stuff because I was like, okay, I'm gonna do nails. I bought way too much stuff, y'all. Way too much. I bought every type of encapsulation you can think of. I bought almost every color of colored acrylic. Okay, so I'm gonna drop a jewel with y'all, right? You can make colored acrylic. There's people that buy pigments and then they use a white or a clear as their base, white or clear acrylic. Gel polish. You can change the color of gel polish. All you really need is white gel polish, and then whatever color they need, you can mix in other colors that you might have, or you can take that same bark of pigment and make it. Another trap that I fell into was this whole jelly gel polish, right? Had I known that you can make jelly nails with a clear acrylic and a little bit of polish in the monomer. Or you can make jelly nails. There's a million ways you can make jelly nails. You can take regular polish or pigment and clear UV gel. You can make jelly nails with clear polish with a little bit of colored nail polish. So don't fall into the trap of buying stuff because these nail brands, they're doing their job. You know what I mean? Unless it's something that you know you're going to use up and you really want. But there's a lot of tips and tricks and hacks for things, and not too many people. I mean, you can find people doing stuff on TikTok. They do a lot of that stuff. But I suggest do your research. I went and bought all these different jelly polish colors. Thankfully, by next year they'll be all gone, because I've been using them for different things. But I'm like, this was such a waste of money. And where I live, people don't even really know about jelly nails or get them like that. Like I have to try to push it to them. Or you could just buy polygel, like that McCart kit that I had in the video. You can buy polygel that's already transparent, and most people aren't going to be like, no, I don't want polygel, because they don't know, they don't know the difference. Or if you're getting acrylic anyway, you want it jelly, just do the polygel that's already transparent, And they're not the only ones that make transparent polygel. I think almost every brand has a jelly line. So those are just some things. Like, if you're going to, my advice to you, if you're a new nail tech, if you're going to buy some things, like stick with one line. So I'm trying to get all these different lines. I got iGel Beauty, I got Glam and Glitz, I got Beetles, I got McCart, I got stuff that I can't even think of, Model Ones. I tried all these different ones because I didn't know, and I wanted to kind of compare. I got me a secret. I haven't gotten Young Nails because by the time I really thought about Young Nails or learned about it, I had all this other stuff, and I refused to spend more money on more acrylic powders and things like that. Then I go to my local beauty supply or nail supply store and buy things. So that wasn't smart, but it was a learning lesson for me. So back to this advice, if you're a new nail technician or you're thinking about doing nails, stick with the brand. Find a brand that you like. Maybe only buy like the small testers, like just little dab of do you. So I like that Me and Secret sell this. I got this off of Amazon. This is Color Punch. This has lasted me so long. I've done so many sets with this, y'all, and they're still pretty full. So if you're starting out, don't buy full containers of stuff because you don't know how it's going to work. Get the small containers. That way it's compact. So if you decide you don't like Me a Secret, then you don't have a lot of it to use. You probably wouldn't even mind giving this little bit of acrylic away, but it's a lot. It doesn't take a lot to do nails. It doesn't take a lot of product to do nails, unless you're one of them people that just overflood your brush and you just overdo it and you don't have control over your bead sizes. But it really doesn't take a lot of product to do a full set of even long nails. You would think it'd take a lot of product. It take more product than some short nails, but it lasts is what I'm getting at. So when you're first starting out, don't go buy big old $40 containers. Now this is Mercy. I use this. This is my clear. I love this clear. We are together for life. Okay. So I did go and get this in a big container because I use their monomer. It's at my local beauty supply, nail supply store. Nail supply. Let me stop saying beauty supply because that's different. A nail supply store, you have to be licensed to even get stuff. So I got this from the nail supply. And I know it was a good brand because I used it in the last school that I went to. So I went and got a big thing of this because this is good for encapsulation. So yes, she gets used almost every day. But yeah, so just know. Now, I told myself that when I get back into, and I'm trying to shoot for an hour, y'all. I told myself when I get back into buying things again, once I get a lot of my inventory used down, I was going to go stick with Young Nails. But I haven't tried Young Nails, so I need to get like some. I need to get like some sample sizes. Maybe if I hit them up and say, "Hey, can y'all send me some samples?" Because I want to buy your product, but I'm not going to just go based off of y'all good ass marketing. I want to use it for myself and see how well me and your products work. Mainly they're acrylic, but I've heard nothing but good things about Young Nails. Um, Last year they were kind of pricey. They was whacking. It wasn't a, and some people like, oh, it's affordable. Okay, for you, but for me, somebody new and they don't have clients, it was pricey for the amount that you were getting. They're not as bad as, other brands like Valentino that are top of the line. It's a brand, so they did their thing because people are willing to pay $80 for a little container of powder, acrylic powder. But no shade. But it just, I tried it and it wasn't for me. I didn't feel like it was worth it. So new nail technicians, new nail techs, nail enthusiasts, whatever, make sure if you're not someone with the YouTube channel and you're going to be doing demos all the time, make sure you're not wasting your money because then too, I know we tell ourselves, let me know in the comments. Let me know later on in the comments. If there's anybody that felt like when they started, I gotta buy this, I gotta get that, because you want to have variety for your clients, right? And there's nothing wrong with wanting to have variety, but you're wasting your money. If your clients, variety is good, but I have way too much variety. my my clients are like, wow, I don't know what to choose from. I thought I was doing them a service, but I feel like I'm doing them a disservice by having, these are only some of the gel colors that I have for them to pick from. I wanted, because I didn't know what kind of people, what kind of clients will come to me. And I know there's people that don't like bright colors. I know there's people that like bright colors. So I have bright colors and then I have like fall colors. I have neutral colors. So I wanted to have a variety. Most of these are by Beetles too, by the way, but I wanted to have a variety. So what I do to try to get this down is I don't charge extra for my gel polish. I don't charge extra. I don't, salons around here, they charge extra $10. If you get acrylic nails and you want gel on top of your acrylic, they're going to charge you extra 10, $15. I don't, because I have so much, I need to get it on, even though I love Beetles. I got that one right on the money. I love Beetles. Macart isn't that bad, but Macart has problems with curing a lot of the time. Whether you use their lamp or not, is just something with Macart. Their gel polish don't cure right. Beetles cure every time, and it's for a fraction of the price of Macart. So, and I was listening to, who was it that was talking about Macart? Femi Beauty. Shouts out to Femi Beauty. I love her work. She does all this. She even has a line with Macart, I believe. So she pushes Macart because she's getting a perk from it. And she probably do believe in that product, but their gel polish, it doesn't cure for me. And I have, let me show you. I have some colors. Oh, my thing fell my robe. I bought this. This is their pastel collection, right? So I got this last fall or last spring because I'm like, ooh, you could make some cute Easter egg looks. Very cute, but I got to figure out how to make sure that it actually cures on the client's hands because I did my toes with this yellow right here. And it didn't cure. I had to take that mess off. It cured the top layer, and I know y'all like, well, Mary, make sure you're not laying, thick layers of gel polish on there. I did that. It still didn't cure. That's another tip and trick. With gel polish, when you first transition from regular polish to gel polish, it's different. It's a different viscosity, opacity, and all those other itty words, right? They teach you this in school. So you're not going to so much paint like you would with polish, right? You're going to kind of float that get that better, more control. And you get, if you want that real like defined line where the nails are, and you don't want to flood the cuticles, you want to kind of, and you want to use thin layers. You don't want to overdo your brush. A lot of the time, and I saw that Young Nails took my trick. I never told nobody this, but it's like great minds think alike. And maybe most people do this, but I saw some girls in school that struggle with this. So, okay, you got your polish, right? You want to wipe one side of the brush so you have a bulb like that. Just swipe one side. You don't want to wipe both sides because then you're not going to have enough to work with, right? Who going, unless you're doing a pinky toe or something real, a baby hand. But you want to dip the brush and wipe one side and go on. And then you have more control over the polish, right? So it's just little tips and tricks and things like that, you know? I'm going to put a timestamp because at 31 in this video is where I talk about nail tips and tricks. Okay, for my nail people that want just some nail advice. Oh, I spelled tricks wrong. Sorry. I'm not used to having short nails. There we go. Oh yeah, it's just different. It's different things. I'm trying to think of some other things that I do. Nail hacks. I use, instead of a wood stick, I mean, and some people might prefer it, I use just a gel brush to clean around. I dip it in acetone and I use that to clean. But I do have wooden orange wood sticks, to where I can, those people that are like, I don't want you using your brush. I want you, I only had one person like that. And I was just like, really? I didn't think it would matter to you, because things have multiple use. So if you think you need to buy, the only thing I say you probably want to buy more of, or a variety of, are your acrylic brushes. Now, I absolutely love number 14 right here. She's a Kolinsky Sable. I got it from my nails supply store. I love this brush, but I also have a size 16. So when I'm doing those real long nails, I use her. I whip her out. She's a little crispy because I ain't used her in a while. And I have this NSI Grand Kolinsky. It's a number 8. I actually was given this in school the first time I went, and it's okay. It's more like a designer brush if you ask me. But if you're doing like really small nail beds, then you want something. You want to adjust the size of your brush to the amount of acrylic that you're laying. Like if you're doing some extra long nails, you probably don't want to use an 8. You're going to be there all day. You probably want to get that 16 or 20 or something, but you want to always ensure that you're not getting monomer all over their cuticles and hands, because that can cause contact dermatitis. So I got a couple of Model 1s brushes, and I thought they were so cute. They came as a free gift with the acrylic set that I bought from them. I like Model 1s. It's a different consistency, and it's not for everybody. A lot of people complain about Model 1s, but I love it. I have their rainbow acrylic set. I have some of their gel polishes and top coats. I love their matte top coat. Oh my gosh, it's the best. Okay, so this is a number 8 that I have with them. You see that? It's a little glittery. This is a number 14 that I have with them. And I ruined my brushes, y'all, when I soaked them in acetone. It kind of ate up so you really can't see the glitter effect inside of there. And the water tends to come out of these things, so it's like kind of dried out. I've had these for like over a year now. Also, not just your acrylic brushes do you want to have a variety of. I love Beetle so much that I went and got their art brushes. You want to have good art brushes. You don't want the little cheapos that turn and bend. And I've learned how to work with those. But I went and got their set of art brushes. And this can't be it. I know I got some more colors now. Okay, here, one more. Okay, so they're art brushes, right? Oh, some of these ain't even been used. Different sizes, different lengths, you know, if you want to do the wavy nails. Now, what you can do, tip hat trick, if you don't have the money, or say you have somebody come in and your brushes ain't came in or whatever, what have you, take an old nail polish bottle and cut the brush and make it as skinny as you need it to be. Am I putting these on the right? I need to use these. I'm gonna do some designs today, I think. So yeah, that's a trick that you can do. Um, don't be like me buying a million brushes, because a lot of the brushes I was buying were really cheap and off of Amazon. Or if you have dotting tools already, get a pack of dotting tools and use these. These were like $5 on Amazon. Kind of got the glitter theme going here. I got this dotting tool. It came in a kit off of Amazon. This is my other dotting tool that came in this pack. So get some dotting tools and use those to, they don't just make dots. You can actually paint and make pictures with them too. So you don't have to buy a million different things, y'all, you know, especially if you're just starting out and you don't have the clientele and I wish I would have thought about that. Like, I'm not busy enough to have as much stuff as I have. You know, I have like several different gel polish kits or sets. I have several different acrylic kits. It's going to get used. I'm determined. Things that you want in excess of is like acetone, UV thinner, barbicide, monomer, you know. Don't buy in excess of, just buy one set of something and be done. Now, I know that iGel Beauty, their whole set is like almost like $4,000 to buy all their dips, right? Just their dips, no gel polish, no, just their dips. Like, they have so many colors. I wouldn't suggest doing that. I know girls that have gone and bought the whole set, and I hope that they're booming and I hope that they're using them. And they probably are, I don't know, but that's foolish. I wouldn't spend $3,000 starting out on some acrylic, because what if you feel like in a couple months this ain't for you? Then you got all that acrylic, and people don't like buying stuff secondhand. I know I don't. Not no acrylic powder. I'm not telling who fingernail dust is in there. You know, I want to buy that brand spanking new. I want to be the one to crack the seal on my acrylic. So trying to think what else. Oh, tips and tricks when you're filing. You want to hold that file at an angle and snug to get that tapered. You know, you don't want your stuff to be bulky. And that's something a lot of people struggle with. I still struggle with it from time to time, but I've gotten a lot better. Hold that file. You want to file close to that nail, that acrylic or with that enhancement. You want to file that close to the nail. Also, if you are doing gel polish, it's okay to take, you know, your file and just kind of, you know, if you're doing just regular gel polish, it's okay to take the file and kind of go around the free edge and clean it up, you know, just clean it up around the edges. It's okay to do that, you know, with your gel polish. Say these are my real nails, which they are. I just got a little bit of a tip on them. But I'm doing gel polish on my regular nails. Just clean it up, because sometimes it does bulb up. That's why it's wise to just shock cure for 10 seconds. Another tip and trick, shock cure. Shock cure for 10 seconds, because your gel polish is going to keep moving until it's cured under that lamp or that light. So you don't want to do all 5 fingers and then some of them is running into the, because you're gonna have to go back and clean it up and take some off, maybe add some more. So just do a couple, shock cure it. Do a couple, shock cure it. Do the thumb, shock cure it. You know, and then go back and go back and cure for the whole 60 seconds or 2 minutes or however much it says on the bottle. So yes. Whew. Y'all have so many regular polishes too, because that was my personal stash. And then I had a wonderful client bring me some OPI polishes, which I actually needed because I have OPI's base and top coat. So I needed some OPI color, of course, for those people that, you know, might not want gel polish on their toes, or they just wear regular polish still. Ain't nothing wrong. Regular polish is still beautiful, y'all. So don't get it twisted. It's still some good. Okay. That's I can't give y'all everything, but those I gave y'all a good amount of tips, tricks, advice, hacks. Um, those if somebody would have told me some of those things, I probably would have had better money management for my business, and I wouldn't have been feeling like I have to pour back into my business, even though that's not a bad thing. Because when people come to me, they're like, "Damn, you really do have it all." Like they'll send me a picture. I'm like, "Oh, I got those. I can do that." Like, and then what I used to do too, I never wanted a person to feel like I didn't have something and they had to go somewhere else. So people that would send me pictures and they wouldn't even show up, I will order the shit for them. I will order whatever they wanted. So now I'm stuck with a bunch of decals that I'm trying to push off on people. So don't do that either. Just word of advice. Like, just say you ain't got it. This is what I can do though. Don't ever just be like, no, I ain't got that, unless you don't want to work on their nails. Be like, I can do a replica similar. This is what I can do. Do you like this? And that's one of the things I do to set myself apart. Like if I have time, like when I was slow, now I'm about to go to work, y'all. Y'all playing with me? I'll do it part-time because I'm doing it part-time anyway. I might as well support my dream and make sure that, I'm financially stable. I would be like, let me do a practice set on like a finger and I can show you what I can do. So I whip out these little fingers. I do one nail. They show me a picture and I'll send them a picture and like, this is what I came up with. Not this particular, but I'll just show them. And I've had a few people be like, that is really nice. Like I've never had a nail tech do that. Like show me their work against the picture. Like, no, because they're busy. Those salons, they're making their numbers. They getting them in and getting them out just as fast as they come in. They're not trying to do all the elaborate, good designer technical things. I mean, unless you make an appointment ahead of time, but best believe you're going to pay the price for their time because they could be they're looking at it like this. In the time that they spent doing your marble, they could have been having like 3 other clients and making more money. So me, I pride myself on specialty nails and I don't charge a whole bunch right now because things are slow. Like I can do that. There's reasons why my prices are the way they are. And I know it doesn't make sense to other people. That's just the Midwest way in Atlanta. Shouts out to Atlanta, Georgia. They don't do that. This girl posted some bomb nails and was like $60. I said, see, that's what they do down there because they're going to make their money. People going to come. They ain't got to charge an arm and a leg for just on one person. They're not trying to make $1,000 on one set of nails. They're charging cheap because they know people are going to come as long as they're good. So, I don't know. People should get with it and not complain and take advantage instead of complaining. Oh, this don't go to this. This goes to my big brush. Oh, I got another number 16. I love number 16 brushes. I feel like they're not big enough. I feel like they look bigger on the tube, but I like her too. Wood grain. I call her wood grain. This is a Kolinsky England brush. So I use her on some big nails. I might do some big nails. I think I'm going to go do some big nails. So, all right, y'all, we approaching the 2-minute mark. Thank y'all for clicking on this video. If you made it to this far, drop some hearts. Let me know. I appreciate y'all that are going to click on this in the future. I appreciate the couple of views that I had during this podcast. Keep the content coming, or keep the ideas coming, and I'll push out the content. Love, peace, and manicured nails. Have a good day. Stay positive. You got this. You're not alone. If you really feel overwhelmed, reach out to me. You're not alone in this. It can be overwhelming, especially starting your own business. I don't care what you do. You can reach out to me and just have someone to be in agreement with you, that truly understands what you're going through. I'm here. So just comment. If you want to email me, I'll put my personal email up here. I used to have people emailing me all the time, asking me to do videos on certain things. Ms.MaryNailz@gmail.com. It's in the comment here on the live chat. Just make sure you reach out, okay? You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to wonder in silence. I don't know everything, but I'll do my best to try to help you. And in helping you, just might help me too. So depending on what you're going through. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the Nail Podcast. I will be back. I try to do these once a week, but I will definitely be editing some videos and trying to get my life figured out because, honey, it's a mess. All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace.